Being disrespected by a learner that gets marks that are at room temperature is so boring and annoying. Because you can't even argue with the learner, because are they even going to understand your argument? If they couldn't understand the content that you taught and revised and then they wrote and got marks that are at room temperature. Teaching, please. Hi.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Ijoma TV. So in this video you'll watch and listen to some of these South African teachers. They are complaining about how the government are treating them. Some are resigned, and why some are complaining that the learners are not respecting teachers and the government are not doing anything. Please, if you are new in this channel, do well to subscribe and share this video. Watch and listen to them.
I don't see myself going back to the classroom. I don't. Corey, I was looking at primary. I'm like, high school, public, private school. I don't see myself ever going back to school as a teacher, to own up a subject, to account for it, and everything that comes with teaching. I don't want to do it. As young as I am, I honestly feel like resigning was one of the best things I ever did for myself, particularly my mental health. Because tell me, why are we expected to account when you're not the one writing examinations? Why are you the one that is supposed to be abused that much? You have to explain why they failed. Mind you, they don't even care about writing. They don't care about their work. They literally don't care. Just to mention a few.
Kesale shocked. Mputseng ditaba tse. Ntoko zutsana kae kana?
90.
Kuko kae go nande?
Mamelodi High.
Ntoko zoitse keng? O tsena go Mamelodi High. Le ba kae ka motlaseng?
80. Nearly 80.
Le ba kae?
78.
Konje ungena kuphi isikolo?
Mamelodi High.
Mamelodi High. Yes. And then ningake klasini?
78.
Ni 78. Yeah. I want to know now ukuthi ningaki manje, not ukuthi ka grade 7 besingaka, and the question is, how many are you in class presently, not last year? Yo, that number again?
78.
Jesus. Basi, how many are you? Grade 9. Yo, Zandile, you know how many you are in your class? Ningai? 50. At least that's better. Oh, it gives me a breather. It gives me a breather. Zanele, how many are you in your class? 60. Oh, that's better compared to 78 and 70. That's 80. Nearest 78, nearest 79 is 80. Oh, because I'm ngati ngakhela ugovernment amaklasi wethu ka re nka khela government di class 80 ele yaba 40 in a class, because the toilet di sa le tsela aba o ketsa di toilet sa le tsela na kwela nna ne ke tsena sekolo ko sekolong sa lena, hape le nna ne ke tsena ko sekolong se tsa lena se ko sekolong sa lena, hape le nna ne ke tsena ko sekolong se tsa lena se, and the toilet it's a little not say like and rena ne re ba 2025 2019 ka motlaseng. Oh, Caesar Jehovah, Caesar Nkosi.
People think teachers are bad with money, but here's what they don't see. They don't see us buying classroom resources from our pockets. They don't see us buying other children's stationery, uniform, and even packing in an extra lunch. They don't see us funding another person's child's matric farewell. They don't see us pitching in to do groceries so that that child can go to bed with food in their belly. But what we are being told is, just be grateful you have a job. That's not gratitude. That's gaslighting. My name is Busi. I'm a South African-based high school teacher. research about ways to make an extra income without necessarily having to work a second job because I don't have the time and the energy to do that. I've been a digital marketer since September 2024. I've been able to build an income outside the classroom, and now I teach other teachers and moms who are looking to supplement their salary. If you're in the same situation that I was in and you're looking for a way to boost your income, comment enough, I'll show you what I'm doing.
For some of us, days like this where matric results are coming out are just a shitty day in jail. Because tell me why some of us learner ratio arona is 1:47, 1:61. These are matric learners that we're talking about. And then when you're an educator and when you don't perform as expected, tomorrow now I am supposed to attend the accountability session to account for the results. Now I have to go sit there and ask me why are the results so low, and yet no one is out there saying, but he had 47 learners in one class, 47 matrics. Guys, just marking books in J in one sitting, it takes almost 45 minutes the entire period. Just making sure that learners have done your work, it takes a whole period in J. Sometimes I taught like 100 matrics, one man sometimes. And then the results come out the way they are, and then I'm supposed to account and say that's my fault and I promise to try better when I know the situation won't change. Like days like this are just horrible for us educators, I don't want to lie. While other educators are getting certificates, we here are feeling shitty or ish. I could have tried harder, but even if I tried harder, there was nothing I can do. How can I reach 47, 51 learners in one sitting? Like, how do I do that? At some point, I even went in on Sundays to try to make up for lost time, like to reach the learners. Like, I basically don't have a life. And yet I'm supposed to account for the results. Yeah, it's tough.
What's the Shabbat? Please come here quickly. I want to ask something. Guys, ithini schools code of conduct la usebenza khona? Ithini nje schools code of conduct ngokwe-dress code nokuziconducta nje as a learner esikoleni ithini esikoleni sakho la ufundisa khona? Because the culture shock I had ngisegoli, was it earlier this year? Yes. Ngisegoli earlier this year. I went to ikole imbili that I observed lentole. Guys, I was so shocked. It was such a culture shock for me as a teacher coming from KZN, having taught in one of the schools in KZN. The difference in terms of culture and the way learners conduct themselves kuma school premises is insane. Laphayana uyamthola umuntu ozilukele straight up. I'm talking about public schools. Uyamthola omunye uzilukele ama straight up, omunye ulo ama extension, omunye ufakile iweave. Hayibo, omunye nose piercing, ear piercing. Nala ayikho nje inkinga futhi othisha bakhona bayibona inkinga. Ungena e-office uphethe cell phone, ufakile ama earphone, nendlela nje yokukhuluma nothisha. I was like, God, what is happening here? Because I know for a fact in KZN you will never find such. Abasuke begqoka amacici basuke begqoke ngoba begoloza inkosi impela, or maybe the school's code of conduct yabisuke bavumela, but most of the schools here in KZN jewelry nje esikoleni no. It's just police nje sebenza esikoleni most of kakhulukazi in Ugu districts. I don't mean Ugu iskole, Ugu district. You will never find a learner. Okay, mhlawumbe yabathola phela ngoba khona vele abangeza, but most of the learners ngeke uzubafice nje befaka ijewelry. Even iwashi kwezinye izikole, iwashi eli silver or gold, they usually prefer lawa amabhande or ama-plastic. It's fine. Hayibo, even indlela yokugqoka amabhlukwe ayabamba intshoke lo. I-lip gloss emlomeni ifakwe ne-lip liner, a black lip liner. Indlela yokugqoka ikete encane ezibampa intshayo. Hayibo. Angeke. Ngabona kahle ukuthi lami ngase nguthola umsebenzi la komele angazi ngizikhanselishe njalo ekuseni mangisikoleni ukuthi girl ungafike lapha nothethe izingane zabantu, kusho ukuthi i-environment nesikole siyabavumela ukuthi bagqoke kanje. But wow, it was such a culture shock for me.
Are you a student studying to become a teacher? Well, here is a few points you need to know before you walk on your journey of starting a career in teaching. Number one, teaching is fun. Teaching is nice. Teaching is fulfilling. Teaching can basically help you make a difference in the lives of other people, right? But there's a problem. There's a but, which means there's a very big problem. The problem is that teaching does not only come with teaching, it comes with a lot of other bags. Some bags can be too heavy. For example, when you are a teacher, you are expected to do so much more than what you thought you were going to do. The realities of teaching versus the realities of wanting to become a teacher are two different things, because when you are still on the journey of wanting to become a teacher, you have a different expectation to what teaching is really all about. Teaching is not about the lesson plans. The lesson plans that you're busy doing in your varsity days are probably not going to be that useful in your real life. You know, the way they prepare us for teaching at college or university is different from the way it really is in real life, and that leads to you wanting to quit teaching. Like at my young age, I've been teaching for the last 4 years. I feel like running away and quitting teaching, because what I had in mind of what teaching is versus what teaching actually is totally different. It's mind-blowing how different teaching really is in your mind and how it is in reality. Like, I cannot describe how teaching is in reality. You just have to experience it for yourself. But one thing I can tell you is that what you are busy doing at university now, my darling, is nothing. Practicals as well. The practicals where you're at is nothing. Practicals can be so fun. They can be so relaxing. They can be so so informative, right? To a point where you think you're ready for teaching, and then until you are an actual teacher and the tables have actually turned, then you're gonna see teaching is totally different.
Guys, what do you think about what you have just watched? Their complaint about the way everything is going on, that the learners are not respecting them, even the government are not doing anything about that. Honestly speaking, I will tell you my own, that teachers are supposed to be the most earners in the whole world. They're supposed to pay teachers more, because teaching job is not really easy. It's frustrating, honestly. Imagine you as a parent, the children you have, you are talking to them. It's not really easy. Then come to think of a class that have so many children, different, that came from different homes. You'll be controlling them and they are not respecting you. In fact, it's frustrating. It's not really easy. I pray that government will listen to them, that they will look for a solution on what to do. It's not really easy anyway. Now, most of them are decide to resign and they are complaining, and people are talking many things about teachers. The job is not easy. So what do you think? Share your opinion under the comment section. Thank you for tuning in to Ijoma TV. Share this video, like and comment, and I will see you all in my next upload. Bye.